Barakatah Yahawah Shah. Barakatah Yahawah. Barakatah Yahawah. Barakatah Yahawah Shah.
The breath, spirit of our power Yahawah caused us to live again. Kohalo Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawah Shah, Bahashim Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the highways and byways making their bodies a living sacrifice. Salutations to the brothers and sisters listening and learning. Shalom. My name is Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Lowell, Mass. I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 37, 1 through 14. The breath of the Lord. The hand of Yahawah was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of Yahawah, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahawah. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahawah. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith Yahawah power, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Ezekiel 37:11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. That word house in this verse goes into family, the family of Israel. The bones are dried, hope is lost, and they are cut off because back then they were made desolate, right, and swallowed up by our enemies. Or I should say, back then we were made desolate and swallowed up by our enemies. In the process, we lost our heritage, our land, and most importantly, that connection we had with Yahawah. In Ezekiel 37 verse 12, it reads, Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O my people, I will open up your graves, and cause you to come up out of your grave, and bring you into the land of Israel. Now, that word grave in the Strongs is H6913 keber, and the outline of biblical usage is grave, sepulchre, tomb. They weren't literally dead in verse 12, right? But they were spiritually dead. Because when we were in the land, we defiled it by our own ways and doings, as it tells you in the previous chapter. Now, Ezekiel 37:13 reads, And ye shall know that I am Yahawah, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, Yahawah, have spoken it and performed it, saith Yahawah. Now that was back then when we lost Yahawah's spirit, right? Now in these latter days, he has given us back that breath, which is the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit puts us back in remembrance of the heritage we once lost, the royalty we belong to. All that is mercy because, that is exactly what it is, mercy, along with the gift of faith that provides the hope we had once lost as a nation. Man. Not too long ago, we called ourselves Black, Latinos, Native Americans, and even by these other nations, Yahawah has scattered us according to our doings, right? Being spiritually dead. But now, finally living, we proudly and boldly proclaim our true nationality, Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power. And that is all due to the breath, also known as the Holy Spirit. This is John chapter 6, verse 63. It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. Now, in the Strong Concordance, G2227, Zuwapeo, which is the word quickeneth, the outline of biblical usage, literally, and I'll go to the point, is that it says to cause to live, make alive, give life, to restore to life. Because technically, man, we were not living. Kohalo Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawah Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. Salutations to the Akim in the highways and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice. Salutations to the brothers and sisters listening and learning. Shalom.